playing more, doing more, and connecting more. Upgrade at the Best Buy Labor Day sale. Save on TVs, appliances, and more. Shop safely in-store or online.
If I'm being candid, we went to Stranglethorn Vale. In Stranglethorn Vale, we started doing Stranglethorn Vale quests. We started killing the panthers. We started killing the tigers. We started killing the raptors. And on the third quest for the tigers, after killing level 34 and 35 elder tigers, there was a mission to kill Sindal. And I was feeling it, man. I was 32. I was like, he's 37. You know, I can kite him, I can dot him, I can get clever, I can always just run away. You know, you can always just run away. Well, run away is totally fine if you run the right dang direction. Goldtooth? Oh, that's all the way in the mine? Let's go in the mine then. That'll be fun and spicy. We'll go get Goldtooth all the way in the back. So
I don't die. By doing that, you attack while you move, and you get towards the location. Like, I want to go this way. Instead of me still being near that raptor, I moved. That's the secret to speedrunning on
Hello.
on melee classes. And then they just have a lot of damage. So if you do combine these things, they suddenly are actually very good classes to go. That's why Hunter is so fast, because people always
See you around.
and ran. People just don't do it on good classes. So when you start doing it melee,
Can I help you?
they suddenly get close to competing against the Hunter.
You have a great day now.
What's going on? Oh, it actually started evading. It didn't know it could walk around.
Stream. Oh, what the fuck, bro? Yeah, maybe I should like fucking completely sell out. 20 extra minutes of streaming per sub. Or like 1 minute per follow or something. I would would I die? I'm gonna be doing fucking 1 to 22 at least today. I'm not fucking stopping, dude. I wanna fucking... I don't even think about Fireball Andy, dude. We're gonna wrap this shit up real fast. Look at the crits, look at the damage. Infinite. Give me that journal, we're getting out of here, dude. What do you mean, man? This is the run. Can you not feel it? Do you feel that in the air? This is it. It's happening and you guys were here for it.
Versus Hero Marine Zombie Grub, you were saying you feel like Big Gabe is gonna take it. You're telling us about how ZVP is not looking quite as strong. I feel like a laser always has an interesting take on most of his matchups. How do you feel like Hero is specifically gonna do against a laser's ZVP?
You're asking me a very specific question.
I am.
I think here Marine is going to do okay. One of the things that a laser did versus you thermal that really tripped him up were some unusual timing attacks, we'll call them. like his Ling Baneling Ling attack against. Wait, no, Ling Baneling either. There we go. Attack.
Ling, Baneling, Ling. So first you make Lings, Banelings, and then you make more Lings.
Yeah, exactly. Can be tricky, but once you're reminded of that build, I don't think it's as tricky as as it will be. Here, Marine does his homework. He knows a laser. I think it's gonna be more about just external TVZ and their particular forms. And as I said, here, Marine's looking pretty good. But this guy certainly isn't looking bad. Bottom right, as the red Zerg, he is a laser.
His opponent on the other side of the map, not looking bad himself. I mean, look at how handsome that mug is. We have the blue Terran player. He is Big Gabe. Repping Mouse Esports, or basically, possibly the entire lifeline of, Rainer, Clem, or Max Pack and everything. It's been a long time.
Yeah, lifespan.
Most of their life. It's been most of their lifespan, actually. Majority of it.
Yeah, exactly. Or, who is like I know there's some young GM players that are playing in some of those tournaments that are literally like, if you are under age 16, you're GM like playing these tournaments. I forget the name of it right now. I name one of the guys right now. But anyways, like some of those guys are literally 13, and it's like, oh, that's fine. I'm okay.
At the age of 13, you're already making more money than I had, and I had a summer job.
Anyways, yeah, been around for a long time. Had his ups and downs, and literally just like at one point, I'm pretty sure he did actually just stop playing StarCraft for a while, but I'm talking years and years ago. And then never really stopped, was kind of streaming. Now here, Marine, I don't know, he had a steady climb up. He was never really bad. But then, 3 years ago, I was like, oh my god, he's actually good. And then now, as of this moment, he looks like he can't lose to anyone but Rainer and Cyril.
I think that's a really good way of putting it. It's like, you know what it reminds me a little bit of? And I hope people don't take this the wrong way, because I mean this in like a more prestigious way. But he's like a better version of what like Jon Snow or Namshar were, where Jon Snow or Namshar for the NA or EU scene were just these hyper-consistent players where it's like, well, they're actually just like the gatekeepers for making it into the upper echelons of like North America, or, Namshar making it into like that higher tier European player. But Hurain is that, or turning into a godlike player, like you said. Like, do you have to beat him in order to even kind of remotely ascend to Rainer, Cyril, like that kind of status?
Yeah, which Clem almost has done. And Clem also technically beat the other two guys too, but it's like definitely top 4. And we saw the group preview right there. It is worth mentioning that sort of lost to Denver. I believe, so Denver 2-1. So actually everyone, apparently, I'm just trusting the computer right now, but apparently everyone in Group D still has a chance to make it through. These two guys are obviously fighting to be undefeated in the group, which is a bunch of honor, basically, and to cement top 2, which is also very important. Top 4 makes it through, but top 2 gets placed in the winner's bracket, which is really nice.
Absolutely. Now I'm expecting to see a lot of different fun strategies being placed out over here, layer after layer of metagame and analysis and everything. But here is another layer that's going to be put on down as it comes up on 2 bases very, very quickly. Hurain is going to move into to the Hellions with a 3rd base, confirm that it's not there, confirms it's not at the gold base either. An infestation pit wall. Zombie Grub,
What?
Sometimes you play StarCraft for 10 years and I still see something new every so often.
Yeah, I 100% thought it was going to be Aspire. I'm actually assuming that Hurain assumes that it's Aspire, even though he hasn't technically seen it's even like only 2 bases. Hurain is going to do a Hellion drop. No, wait, where did that drop go? Oh, Marine dropped in the main and then Hellion to the natural. So he'll get the scout and he'll do some damage, but what does it even mean? Really?
Okay, if he had he's making an Ice Storm. I was gonna say, if he had a Night Storm coming up earlier, I was gonna say Stormhouse. That kind of makes sense. This is Golden Wall. This is like not a terrible map for it. But this is so strange. And he clicks on the infestation and he's like, what? Okay, well, I guess I just make use of these Marines. You're on 2 bases, so all I have to do is just hyper defend against whatever early waves, and then I'm solid, right?
Yeah, I gotta assume that this is specifically a Golden Wall tactic, Like he's gonna be able to abuse low, bottom side of the map versus the high side of the map, and I'm even mixing up my words here because I'm just so shocked. So first of all, it's on the bottom side of the map. That should be the most predictable place, but it's like, even if Hero Marine could literally see it, what does he have to actually fight against it?
Can I just note how difficult it is to even deal with Hellion harassment? Because he doesn't even have queens injecting on his main base or anything, because he's just been forced back dealing with all this stuff. And now the Night Storm pops up. There's only 3 Stormos here. He's gonna maybe get like an add-on?
Yeah, he's gonna go up to the bunker.
He goes to the bunker? Okay.
Yeah, because the Marines in the bunker might be able to take out the Nidus, but...
He's gonna get Marines. That's not bad.
I'm like, is this really gonna work? Queens pop out?
Oh god, Night Storm gets sniped off.
Yeah, but
Wait,
it's still all the queens here. They're gonna take a while for non-sim Marines to actually clean up, and Marine number down. It's Falcon Hellion just really coming back for the next Nidus Storm pops up. The next Nidus Storm is on the way, though. Viking even landed out. The queens are almost dead. The SCVs are pulled on top of the Nidus. What's gonna pop out? What is even here? Where are the roaches? There. Oh my god.
They're going after the SCVs instead of the Marines, and now the Marines have stim the second it finishes. Your Marine goes to the stim. Some of the Stormos coming in from the low ground, though. They push back. Those units and the reactor is going to get taken out over here, so the medevacs are going to be coming out much slower. These stims are going to become a lot harder to make work. But the Roaches going for a regular move command into the Marines, not exactly how they want to fight that. There's still 2 Nidus Storms available over here. Remember, a laser is hyper all in with this, but Swarmos aren't going to die during all of this. Swarmos are going to be consistent DPS every so often.
If he does enough damage, he might be able to play out a Storm Host game. There's going to be complications if this turns into a macro game. A very big if indeed. Here, Marine is now down 13 workers. He's forcible SCDs to ensure his army survives, but I think that is absolutely the right call. If his army survives, he cleans up the rest of the stuff. But these Marines with medevacs are just getting better and better, and he also can use them to drop after this. The Locust can no longer help out here, and the Lasers, what is that, his 5th Nidus Storm, just simply doesn't do anything. Here, Marine was probably just WTFing the entire time, but his crisis management continues to be pretty solid. He might be down 15 workers, but he has 3 orbitals.
3 orbitals, the magic number that just evaporates any semblances of economic leads your opponent might think they have, especially with a laser still being on 2 hatcheries. Is he even gonna bother taking a 3rd anytime soon? I really feel like he should have by now. And you know what, I wouldn't even hate at this point with just having a Nidus Storm taken to like a 3rd. Somewhere with a Nidus Storm, just put a drone in there, take like the gold from the other side, do something unexpected.
I know, apparently Rogue did this, but I didn't actually watch the games. I don't know how it's supposed to go.
Last night, you mean, or?
I guess that, maybe, yeah. Basically, I read it based on like Reddit when I woke up, right? So, I don't think it's working, but I wonder if there's any like long plan here, right? Because there's basically, if Hero Marine had overinvested, like if he had lost all of his Marines, he probably loses the game. But because he was good enough to bring them back and have his 3 barracks actually with reactors consistently pumping, he's held on. And I feel like that's all he had to really do. The Roaches aren't going to have upgrades. The Storm Hosts eventually just get outmaneuvered by Bio, we don't see them, versus Bio Terran. And what could there be an actual follow-up plan here? I don't think so.
Oh man, this is the awkward moment where a bunch of these Marines are going to be showing up on the top side, and here Marine just loaded up more Marines into a medevac drop. He's going to get a cancel on that 3rd base. That is actually really big. Hero Marine really keeping a laser's economy limited. The funny thing is, I feel like this is actually a nice moment for the Stormos to start moving in. He is finally going to use 1 wave of those Locusts. Don't dive on just the Marines. Go for the Sea Shanks. Go for the big damage here.
Absolutely. He's not going to go. He's going to try and bust the bunker, but that actually works, but just barely. This Marine drop to the north is going to be able to take out the hatchery and a laser. I mean, wisely pulls back his Roaches. It is sort of a sacrifice, but doesn't cancel the hatchery.
Yeah, I don't actually know how he defends against these Marines like very well. Because yes, these Roaches are in large enough numbers he can push it back, but yeah, there's no actual anti-air here. There's a couple of Queens on the map, but a laser's just sitting back on 2 bases. A laser needs more than just, I kept my 2 bases alive. He needs to establish a 3rd base desperately. Okay, almost coming in from the north side.
Yeah, they don't really do well against the Marines. Like, unlike Protoss units, you know, which are all expensive and hard to rebuild and don't have, like, as much, like, they just don't fire as fast as Marines. yeah, Marines don't necessarily fear locusts. Sometimes when it happens really early, yeah, absolutely. Just the number of locusts outweighs the number of units Terran has, but we're past that point, so. I feel very strongly that like a laser is dead. I was gonna say.
Yeah.
But
The
I
supplies
kind
do
of
not
want this
tell
to
the vision.
work. They really don't. I mean, we got roaches first of all, and then swarm hosts, the two like biggest supply trains ever.
Yeah, that's actually a really good point. Burrow and Tunneling Claws coming out is maybe the opportunity for something, but just how do you survive? How do you survive long enough to actually get a lot of value out of those? Another Night Storm's gonna have to get picked off. I think there's one creep tumor left, and oh man, it's actually yeah, this is maybe gonna provide another Night Swarm vision. Like this turns into a semi-base trade, but I don't really think you want a base trade with this composition. From a laser, I mean.
Yeah, I know what you meant, but I agree. I don't think you do. Simply rip and tear through those roaches, easy. The medevac, the marine count, and the 1/1 upgrade lead. Just shy of the laser's upgrades finishing. Everyone's gonna try. Everything here is gonna have the 1/1 upgrade, so there's something. The tanks being focused on top of the roaches. The marines don't even care about the corrosive bile. They are just going to run through this army.
Yeah, more roaches showing up from behind, and they are going to be able to take out those siege tanks. The swarm hosts getting scanned as they burrow, so those are also going to get picked off finally at long last. Doesn't look like Herobrine's going to have to worry too much about this. Another night. What are you going to put in the Night Swarm, a laser? What are you planning to put in it? GG.
Well, okay.
That was the strategy.
I mean, you could really say that it's a really good strategy, right? That's the thing about these big brain, just totally uncommon strategies, is that when they work, they look amazing. When they don't work, they look stupid.
Mm-hmm.
If the Mothership Rush yesterday didn't work, M. Canning's a fool. But
Yeah. No, I think that's a good way of putting it. Like, a laser had to make damage happen with that first 1 or 2 waves of Locust, and once you don't, we saw what happened. Sting finishes, and
then you'd have to be here all the time. And then I couldn't escape you. Oh, can I sprint across the water? Let's go. Huh. No. Vice versa, of course. Then I would have to be like, oh no, my mod is following me everywhere. Wait, what do you mean Tommy died? Like on his 36? Is that what you mean? What's up, Svetska? How we doing? Yeah, Winky died. Listen, Lorswat, were you not there? Winky died after our Wailing Caverns run. His 30 mage. Oh, just died? Yeah, we were outside. We did Wailing Cavern. We did Dead Mines. The next day we did Wailing Caverns. And we were trying to get Happy Junkie her hides outside of Wailing Caverns. Because I abandoned it. I wasn't getting quest reward for, or I wasn't getting level from the mobs anyway. And we were just pulling mobs, and I guess our healer, here, let me find a clip. Let me find a clip. Yeah, Nom died last night, dude. All right, we're gonna hide right here. Yeah, look, he wasn't paying attention, so like look at his health. I saw it when it you know, his portrait changed to red, and I'm like, wait, what are you doing? And he had what, 3 mobs on him right here? 2 right there. And I swapped to the ectoplasm to try and rip threat. and I couldn't pull. By the time he actually saw he was about to die,
What's up?
he panicked.
Oh shit. No, what?
But yeah, that hurt.
I don't know what happened.
Did you see Nom die as well?
I'm dead, boys. No.
Hey, oh, it hurts to even show it.
I'm dying.
Hold on. It hurts to even show it. I want to see Tommy's death. Does anybody get Mage Death 5? I'm gonna give Tommy a sad face. Alright, we said F. He's not saying anything, he's probably...
Don't worry about this video game. This is the easiest video game in the world.
Oh, God. He's died a bit today? Alright. Loads of fun? Is this how he died?
So either way, it's going to be loads of fun. And not tilting at all.
Making sure I'm... Oh, the cast, though. No, baby pot.
No, dude. I need to get out of here. Actually.
Shadow Bolt. That's a good ice block.
Am I dead? I might be dead.
Oh no.
Oh god, no, I'm fucked.
Oh no.
Why did my big pot man?
Man. Like, I don't know. That's one thing I'm fortunate. If anyone's ever, like, thinking about, should I run alchemy or something? Like, I can make all the big health potions I need, never baby pot. I just, you know, I feel like you always, it's nice to have the max potions. If you're ever going to do it, you know, just reset. Because I don't know if there's like actually a bonus to keeping the little ones, or keeping, you know, I know you don't want to run out the big ones, but like having 6, if I need to go get more, I can. All right.
I need to get closer.
You're so happy your PC is alright? Heck yeah, dude. Alright, so here's the play. We can pull the captain down right here. Alright. We can let our energy come back. Couldn't load or do anything for hours yesterday? Dang. Just gonna eviscerate. Alright, easy enough. Oh, now we gotta go to the box. Let me go ahead and get our food buff here, ready? Sarah, appreciate it, man. Yeah, I got a haircut today. Alright, this is the actual tricky parts here. We need that box, but we have to kill the Marine. Alright, we pulled him, he's fine. If I was a pet or hunter, I could just have my pet attack him, go down and unlock it. Alright, now we can go down. Check our corners. I think we're good. Alright, let's go, boys. He's trying to get mod? Hey, I'll take compliments all day. Wish Swamp complimented me. No, he just worries about his hunter. Once I stopped doing hunter things, he didn't have hunter questions. Kigo, you're amazing. So sexy. There you go.
I'm out of range.
Alright, he doesn't even have the good Gasm emote. Imagine. Dude, I feel so bad for, like... So many people are dying around me. I don't like it. I'm getting Labor Day booty looking at fly. Oh, dude. Yo, how's your hunter coming, Swamp? I haven't had an update. Last I heard you're 46. I don't even know what pet you're using. 46, you're probably still grinding mobs, right? Try and get at least 48. 48? Yeah, 48 would be good. You go back to questing. If you're Alliance. Didn't play yesterday, I had a bad tooth problem, got to fix this morning. Are you like all numb now?
Past week, it was just me teaching people how to AoE grind in case they wanted to catch up, you know, and have a try. Yeah, give them some false pretenses. But now this is our actual real attempt. This is where it actually happens. This is where the magic starts. You're about to see some serious shit. Resist!
I need to get closer.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. This is the run. Resist! It's fine though, because we have the best weapon in the game. A skinning knife. Look at the damage. 99 passing on this guy, man. Exactly, man. The line's already forming. People are getting ready. They can just see, dude. As soon as they saw me buy the skinning knife, they knew that I would be the first hardcore AoE mage to level 60. They just couldn't compete. We're only 7 minutes behind our level up. Time to level, exactly 7 minutes. Perfectly timing my cast timer with a swing timer, so that I won't get any pushback. You've never seen gameplay like this in your lives. Fuck. But it's fine. Why? Because as a mage, we will kill mobs at the speed of light compared to him. Look at him, man, going to do the leper gnomes, man. Imagine.
It's too far away.
By the time he's level 11, we will be level 12. You know, take notes. Take notes.
I'm out of range. I'm still recharging.
Resist. But it's fine, right? Because we still have mana for a fireball, dude. Slap him in the face. Good night, sir. Don't care. Why? Because he's gonna patrol all the way back, buddy. Look at this guy run off. He's so scared. Look at this guy just melt. 44. 41. He's gone. A couple of love tabs, good night, sir. Last boar. Bear, last leopard, last bear. We are the archmagus of the video game. We are the best to ever exist in the history of mankind. Look at this dude. He in fact lacks our critical information. I do in fact have a Spotify playlist. I am however currently listening to that. Going straight for the bear, as we will kill the boar on the way back. Already done. Time to level 3 minutes. He doesn't know. He doesn't know, dude. Look at the pace. Look at the pace. We don't need Spotify right now. We need the mood to reflect the music. And the current mood is a comeback of epic proportions, of which this video game has never ever seen in its lifetime. The first of its kind. Look at the mana regen.
Can't carry any more.
Never seen before.
That's too recharging. I can't cast that yet. Inventory is full.
Positioning perfectly as so we can kill more mobs after the ding. Ahead of our time. Imagine.
It's too far away.
Not forgetting to set her. Not forgetting to take the Frostmain Hold quest. Actually remembering. And never forgetting. The perfect amount of money for level 8 spells. As well as Frostbolt in order to kite Bagash. I lied, we actually need this. We don't need Bormy.
Safe travel. You got my attention.
The perfect line.
What can I do for you? Keep your feet on the ground. Pleased to meet you.
Frostbolt rank 2. Our new Lord and Saviour. Look at the damage.
No. Be good. Christiana fight. Well, see you soon.
Zegas, Frostadamus, Jokerd, Arleus. They can only imagine this kind of damage in their wildest dreams. But you guys get to witness it live, in the person, in the flesh. The class which can kill mobs with just one spell, and like 4 spells later and a bunch of other shit. But for the next 22 levels, we're gonna be the best at pressing one button over and over, better than anyone else. This is what humanity's built up to. This very moment. Eight crit on the skinning knife. Imagine.
Like from here to that guy, they would already be aggro to me. Like it's really crazy. Like they're, you know, imagine 30 yards. You know, that's their aggro. Yo, who wants to fight sewer beasts with me? It gets risky. You pulled it off on a warrior. Yeah, I could do it, and I have vanish. But the second I run out of like evasion, vanish, and sprint, I'm kind of don't want to do anything else. It's on Classic WoW Reddit that someone is working on an aggro add-on that shows a circle around the mob. I feel like Blizzard will shut that down. Blizzard will shut that down, I think. They don't like when you have stuff like that. It would be cool, but they don't like when you have things like that. None may challenge the Brotherhood. They stopped the nameplate thing, you know, they stopped, yeah, all that kind of stuff. They don't like you going and, you know, messing with all that. Alright, we are a couple levels away. You know, since I do have this stand buff, I might actually go do it. They made it to where, or before the change, you could see, like, if an enemy was over here, you could see the nameplate. Like the name, you know, like the little bracket of his name. Like you could see and click on him here. But now, or they significantly reduced, because that wasn't how Classic used to be, or Vanilla. You know, you should be able to see out here and click on somebody. You could turn, yeah, you could do some little editing and get your vision like to go way far and be able to click mobs out there. But when it came to World PvP, you know, it'd be so easy to see someone over there that you're trying to hunt and go find them. But normally like now, I can't even see somebody. Maybe I'd be lucky to see them down there. You know, stuff like that. I mean, I'm on iPad with volume on. Let's go, Josh. How's work? Oh, you're at home working, right? We got the pigtails. Once we hit 30, it's a pretty good level. You get a Garrote. I don't use it a lot, but I'll still train it. Kidney shot, sinister strike. Basically, those three are what I'm going to train. He is a housewife? Yeah, he is. Excited for the long weekend? Yeah, dude. I took Tuesday off, so I don't go back till Wednesday. Garrote's trash? Yeah, I mean, I like it though. If I'm fighting, like, even if I do any more dungeons, yeah, you don't really want to always open up with a cheap shot. And the other option is ambush, of course, but if it's a high armor target, this is going to be more worth it. Garrote's not bad, especially if you're being lazy, you don't want a weapon swap, you just hit them with a Garrote. Garrote. Speaking of, why don't I just have Garrote on ambush bar? And I'm gonna actually put their weapon on here just in case I decide to. Oh, homeboy's level 32. Not gonna attempt that yet. Oh, Sven. So here's what I'm gonna do. I know I just landed here, but we're gonna go.
What can I do for you?
We go Sentinel Hill. We're gonna run across the water to Sven's camp. Turn that in. Over here, get the docket. Go over here, do the ogre stuff. Then loop over here and get that. What's up, Wrathgates? Killa beat you in here this time.
That spell isn't ready yet.
All right. How's everybody doing today? It's Friday, guys. It's Friday. Start a new hardcore that you're gonna stream, so you're trying to get here to a comfortable place for you to start? Yeah. Just get Killa. You had to push her to play. Get her to stream. Experimental stream? Let's go. The thing that pushed me to start or to stream consistently was my brother. People need a support system. Just nervous, yeah. I mean, yeah, I was nervous. That's the reason why I wouldn't turn it on at first.
A lot of those SC.
This summer, we've given our tech a workout. We've been playing more, doing more, and connecting more. Upgrade at the Best Buy Labor Day sale. Save on TVs, appliances, and more. Shop safely in-store or online.
Marine picks up some of his units as well to unload and continue taking out some of these mutants. The left side killed the entire drone line and might actually get the hatchery as well. A laser, he might try and go across the map now, feeling a little bit desperate knowing he's cleaned up a lot of units. But the supplies are still pretty darn even, and here Marine's army is waiting for him back on that 5th base, turning into a planetary. Does he have enough? He doesn't have much flash damage. Maybe a laser can get something done if the Banelings actually connect, but here Marine is splitting, and they aren't going to get very good connections at all.
Oh, GG. Hero Marine ends up taking the series 2-1 and a couple of magnificent Baneling hits. Really giving them a massive edge there. Ladies and gentlemen, that is going to mean that Hero Marine will be the player that remains undefeated in this group stage thus far. We're going to talk about it with Kalaris in just a little bit, so don't go anywhere. You're watching DreamHack SC2 Masters.
Discover exactly who you are by breaking the boundaries of knowledge. Shatter the expectations. Think beyond four walls. Feed your curiosity. Be a champion, a leader, an artist. Be a defender, an influencer, a visionary. Move society forward. Save the planet. Heal the wounded. Transform the future. It's all here. Make it yours at Oakland University.
It's like right now. It's like wow. It's like right now. It's like wow.
Strap in, folks. This game's for all the marbles.
They're in the game, and they're on. Oh, she's taking these guys to school. Oh, a spectacular no-look pass. He's on a breakaway.
Turn out the lights. This one is over.
The fans are rushing the field.
And the new heavyweight champion of the world.
Verizon knows how to build unlimited right. Start with America's most awarded network.
I'm on my phone 24/7.
Then, for the first time ever, give families more entertainment with
Hello.
Disney Plus,
See you
Hulu,
around.
and ESPN Plus, now all included.
We're a big soccer family.
Handmaid's
You
Tale,
need
I
something?
love.
Frozen.
Then give families plans to mix and match, so you only pay for what you need.
You get so much more than just a great network.
With plans starting at just $35. The network more people rely on gives you more. This is unlimited built right, only on Verizon.
See you later. Hey there. Have a good one.
Readjusting won't be easy.
What can I do for you?
Start by smelling your best again with Axe. Get clean.
How are
smell
you?
ready.
Hey guys, welcome to the
Safe
stream.
travel.
It's Little Sia.
Good day
I'm a
to
Twitch
you.
ambassador, and I just
See
hit
you later.
10,000 subscribers on Twitch.
need
A lot of
something?
people tune in to see the emotes being used.
See you around.
Yay! I didn't have anyone to do my emotes, and then I found Jinko.
Sometimes finding the perfect job can be difficult. As a designer, I'm always trying to up-level my work, and this was a great opportunity to do that.
I'm so lucky that Jinko and I connected because I really don't think I would have this type of success without him.
Great moments are the work of many.
Big boner friend. Play legend.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Monster Energy Studios here, as we have just had quite the TVZ here to get things going, and eventually Big Gabe wins things out. However, it did come down a little bit to the wire. He was in great control, though, of that last game. Fear Dragon, as well as ZG joining me. Fear Dragon, that was, yeah, those were some Widow Mines. Yep.
Yeah, you know, I would say killing like 20 Banelings, not too bad for Widow Mines, not too bad. And I feel for a laser, and I feel a little bit invested in the laser winning there, or trying to win there, because I predicted him to win. But man, I actually feel like there were just some small things. It was like the small things that if a few things had gone a little bit better, I actually feel like he would have still been in that game, or even been able to take a lead.
Did you?
Yeah, he hadn't lost the mutas. If his burrowed banelings had a better chance, you know, for their first hit, definitely could have been a game changer. And then, I feel like those are kind of the two big things, right? Otherwise, it was just one of those like ticking time bombs of Terran maxing out with 3-3, and are you in control or not? And he actually wasn't for quite some time in that game. So it was close. It was action packed. It was really fun. But I'm sure some people would argue that Hero Marine actually had those last like 5 minutes.
Still recharging.
Yeah. I feel like there's such an insane hierarchy that has not shifted for quite a while when it comes to the European region. Fear Dragon, you were referring to it earlier as someone who, like, Hero Marine is just kind of that tier down from a Reyna and a Serral, but it feels like these tiers have been so structured for so long in Europe. It's kind of crazy.
Yeah, I feel like actually the funny enough, and we'll maybe get into this a bit later on, but I guess we're not covering Group C today. I was gonna say, like, the funny thing is the one area that I feel like the tiers have really shifted up is with the rise of good Protoss players coming up into that, like, from that to that B tier and almost bordering on A tier area.
Yeah.
And then the kind of the fall of a lot of those other Zerg players that were kind of sitting there before. It feels like Protoss has slowly started taking over Europe.
They try. It's difficult to contend with all of these Zergs sometimes. But anyway, let's get on to our next game. One of those Protoss that is looking to contend with all of them Zergs is someone like King Cobra, who's on the rise, qualified for this, and a lot of people knew about him before this. However, he is here, and he's going to be going up against Bly Zombie Grub. So, an interesting match potentially on the way.
I mean, Fear Dragon's the one that chose this, but I didn't disagree with his reasoning. It should just be a really funny one. So King Cobra hasn't really gotten some like A stream action, but on a B stream he's been, I don't know exactly causing upsets, but causing some really wacky games. That's for sure. So if you don't know King Cobra, just think wacky, and then you probably know Bly. If you don't, also think wacky. Pair them together, you're either gonna have some of the lamest games ever, or the most beautiful games ever.
Yeah, I think it was Roddy that was saying King Cobra in one of his matches did the old school, like, I'm going to send a probe straight across the map. I'm going to wall in your natural with gateways and just pump out zealots. Like, He's that kind of player, guys. And facing off against Bly, like, how could this not just be immediate fireworks?
Well, I'm sad that Submarine didn't get through, but that's going to be it. King Cobra banning that one, unfortunate. We'll be on Everdream, Pillars of Gold, and then Ice and Chrome if we need it. So I guess we can actually go straight to predictions, I suppose. So I'll start with Zombie Grub this time and see where we go.
I think Bly 2-1.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I'm also going to go Bly 2-1. Like, Bly is still Bly. I think he's got a lot of experience with people cheesing him when he cheeses them.
I think we're gonna have to be a united front here. I think I'm also gonna have to go Bly 2-1 to see how this is gonna go down. That's kind of weird that we're even the same maps. Oh well. Okay. Anyway, right. We're gonna go a break, and when we return, we're gonna have this PVZ on the way. Don't go anywhere, you little rascals.
This summer, we've given our tech a workout. We've been playing more, doing more, and connecting more. Upgrade at the Best Buy Labor Day sale. Save on TVs, appliances, and more. Shop safely in-store or online.
Time travel. No. Inversion.
Tenet, now playing. Experiencing an IMAX, rated PG-13.
You didn't know until right now, but you want to get wings at B-Dubs, and you want all 24 sauces and seasonings, like original buffalo or honey barbecue or Asian zing. Eat them here or enjoy them at home. Buffalo Wild Wings. Roar!
People always ask me what I got on. They be like, hey Brandon, what you got on? Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it, sweetheart. Don't worry about it, sweetheart.
Invis is everything braces isn't. More comfortable, fewer emergency appointments. Invisalign.
How about no? No. No way.
Come on, no.
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 Only Discover has no annual fee on any card.
Hitting the gym bar, sweet bachelor pad bod.
Rocking that dad bod. Not too loose, not too tight.
Payne's pouch fits just right.
When you're comfy, the skin, you love the body. Ready, run! It's time to
Hey guys, welcome to the stream. It's Little Sia. I'm a Twitch ambassador, and I just hit 10,000 subscribers on Twitch. A lot of people tune in to see the emotes being used. Yay! I didn't have anyone to do my emotes, and then I found Jinko.
Sometimes finding the perfect job can be difficult. As a designer, I'm always trying to up-level my work, and this was a great opportunity to do that.
I'm so lucky that Jinko and I connected because I really don't think I would have this type of success without him.
Great moments are the work of many.
Dreams aren't achieved overnight. They take passion, dedication, and even then, there are no guarantees. But for the LCS, that's the power of dreams. It means you always play again.
My name is Geneva, and I'm a game designer. When I make a game, I try to make it diverse, just like how the real world is. With Windows and HP, all the tools I need to create
That spell isn't ready yet. I need to get closer.
Not know anything about King Cobra before he qualified for this. Total dark horse for me.
Yeah, I'm with you. I think most people are with you. Like, I think I remember which qualifier he qualified through, and to be honest, I think there was a little bit of like discussion about the
I can't lose
How hard was his bracket? Yeah.
Yeah, but I think that he also has a style that could be very snipey, that could work in a bracket that is single elimination, as the qualifiers were. They went for more days, but single elimination. But anyways, like, he has, you know, it's not like he's going completely out of this group, 07 would it be? He actually does have a victory already, and I don't know, I think experience will win out in this series, but maybe King Cobra just being the new guy is going to surprise even more.
Okay, I'm excited to find out. Because we're going to be starting up here on top of Red Zerg player from Raise Your Edge Gaming. It is Bly.
In the bottom left, as the Protoss, he is King Cobra.
So there's two things I do want to mention. One is that we did just move from Group D to Group A, so welcome to all the new players we're going to be seeing on the stream now. But also, it's that Bly is 2 and 3 right now. And this is not like Group D where, you know, players still had 2 matches left to play. This is actually like, this is getting close to the end here. It's this match, this series right here, and one other series they have left to play. So you can see there in the standings, King Cobra not doing so hot, sitting at 1 and 4. It's honestly pretty unlikely he's going to be able to advance out. Bly still has a chance to have a positive score though. If Bly wins this series and has to play Drogo still, which is going to be a tough match, Bly still has a shot here. So this is an incredibly important match for Bly. He cannot afford to lose this.
This is maybe for him I mean, freebie is a really harsh word, but he should defeat the new guy.
Yeah.
And then he might even be thinking a lot more about Drogo. Like, this isn't necessarily even going to be a guy who gives him, like, very good practice against Drogo, because, yeah, the style is going to be so different. And he should just beat him. That's it. Like, he should beat him. But you're right, there is a little bit of pressure that he might be thinking of, just like, okay, I'm actually not doing very well. This is forward third hatch. Is kind of interesting, but taking advantage of the rich Vespian geyser on this map.
Yeah, and that should be scouted out pretty quickly because there is an Adept first opening here from King Cobra, so that's going to be making its way across the map, and we'll probably get pretty close to scouting that third base if it doesn't already just naturally, depending on where those shades finish up, I think. But Bly moves in with the Overlord and has already spotted that Stargate.
So no surprises for the Stargate, but it's also kind of like, well, no surprise, it's a Stargate. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
Stargate,
I mean,
back in it.
Stargate especially versus Bly, like, that's just a reasonable decision to make, right? Because Stargate is considered the safe, I can defend against a lot of different types of all-ins and everything move for Protoss players against Zerg. And even getting a Void Ray, this is the, like, my Oracle would run out of energy, my Void Ray is forever.
My Oracle is temporary, but the Void Ray is forever. Buy or go for the Void Ray today.
I mean, you know what? If you truly do care about them, it's got a pretty big gem inside of it.
Yeah. Well, it's always been the question for the past couple of weeks. You know, is it one Void Ray? Is that its place? It's now back in. It's just like, oh yeah, it's useful for multiple things. Or is it multiple Void Rays? This is more interesting than that. I'm gonna go right into an Oracle afterwards, which Bly might not expect. Now, Bly, he might have gotten that forward third hatch for the geyser just because he thinks he can. But do you think he's gonna use it for something?
The only other thing I can think of is that it's just a proxy hatch. Like, it's a little bit closer to his opponent, but he is finally taking that gas geyser, so I think, yeah, it just took a little bit. Maybe he was busy microing Zerglings around and all that good stuff, but it starts up some Spore Callers. The funny thing is, this Void Ray, seeing the creep, this is actually finally going to be the first scout out on that forward third base, so I thought the Adept would get a chance, but the Lings getting in did delay the Adept from moving out, and now this is the reveal. He says, okay, you have an earlier, you know, extra gas geyser here that's basically going to be worth 2 gas geysers. What's your plan here, Bly?
Well, it looks like King's Cobra plan is to go into a second Stargate. It's kind of what I expected, but Bly would love to get that confirmation. You made a really good point about the third base being kind of like in more proxy, like it's towards your opponent, which Zergs are usually hesitant to do. They're not the race that's supposed to kind of control the attack path. but he can. And that means it's going to be creep spread already in King Cobra's 4th, right? His own Rich Vespian Geyser, as well as faster, maybe Hydras or different Corruptors towards him as well. And there is the Scout and the Fleet Beacon, so it should be Aspire. I don't know if he's actually going to commit to these roaches.
Yeah, I was going to say the downside here on taking that forward third base is that it is further away. It takes longer to connect the creep, and especially if you're doing what you were talking about, spreading that creep forward toward your opponent and not spreading it back toward your natural, the creep is going to be unconnected. That actually does mean when you're facing off versus a double Stargate play, if there is this kind of Oracle harassment and everything, the Queens can't really help out. Like, you're totally on, each base is basically entirely on its own, and oh my god, Bly, no! Massive stasis here, and I actually think it's important to note, it's not even just the minerals. Even one drone on gas that I don't think Bly noticed is no longer mining gas.
That was a pretty good stasis for him. That was good. Bly's gonna grab an infestation pit immediately, and then the Spire. I do believe the infestation pit is for Hive. And since he should be able to skyrocket up in that economy. Like 4 bases, 80 drones should not really be a problem here, as he knows. Even if the carriers do attack, because there are some carrier attacks before, they don't have to just turtle. It should take a little while. Like he'll maybe have some advance notice. Maybe the amount of corruptors he can pop out will be enough. But he wants to keep track of that. It wouldn't feel good to have surprised 2 carriers and you have absolutely nothing but queens.
Probably not a fun surprise at that point. Yeah. The Spire did get scouted out by the Oracle, moving on in for another revelation and everything in the main base. So King Cobra should know what Bly's effective reaction will probably end up being over here, especially with the Oracle still just staying pretty close.
Oh my god, he's gonna snipe the Spire. Oh my god.
There's nothing here. There's nothing here. There's not even creep here.
That's genius. Finding out where the Spire is, then sending everything that way, and he does not have a backup Spire or backup Hydra stand even. This is going to delay Bly's potential heir for a long time. It's not gonna end the game, and that did not even cancel. I don't think it's gonna end the game anyways, but that is a nice snipe.
Yeah. He should be able to also kill this hatchery, right? Like, there's no way this other hatchery gets up, which was a pretty ballsy hatchery, we'll put it that way.
It's one that's supposed to make sense. Like, you see carriers, you think, oh, it's not going to be happening for a while here. Let me just go ahead and grab 5 units of hatcheries, But with the delay of the Spire and him just actually rallying carriers over, like, he has to be careful because he doesn't know if there was a Spire started immediately or at all, or maybe there's already like a second Spire, like who knows. So he has to be careful, but it is kind of scary. It looks like King Croba is being cautious. He's like, I don't know when it's finishing up. I know he's gonna have a big bang. He's gonna be angry about me killing his Spire, and he pulls back. That's probably the smart move.
Yeah, he's probably not too happy either that the Queen did not get that last hit off on the Oracle, because now it does get to stay alive. It does get to continue to revelate on top of Bly's economy, see whatever tech is over here. Might actually take a bit more damage. Does not quite catch the glimpse of the extra Spire finishing up, which I think you'd probably still just assume. Like, there's a chance that maybe they went to Hydras, but
he did.
It's probably just going into the Spire, yeah.
Yeah, he barely saw it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So, yeah, as you were saying, like, he just assumed anyways. The second Spire will probably be on the way at some point too, as we're headed into that type of game. 13 Corruptors instantly made. I mean, maybe if Bly had just been attacked by carriers, he would have waited even longer to actually start them. Just because, yeah, they probably don't push out that often. But, safe and sorry. And he is, though, on 4 bases, 71 workers, but it would be a lot nicer to be on 5 bases, 80 workers. Like, he made all these roaches that I'm kind of questioning now.
Yeah, I saw a handful of roaches and I'm like, okay, sure, they're a bit useful for tiny bits of ground harassment and everything, but that is a lot more roaches than I thought. And okay, here's the play. The Spore Cars are going to utilize the big creep spread that's been going forward, and he's going to siege up the Spores at the forefront here. Try and move. The difficult part is going to be getting them up that ramp that we're looking at, or he has to go around to the top of the 3rd base. Either way, this is gonna get pretty weird.
Alright, now the roaches make more sense. Now I get it.
Yeah.
Alright, the aggressive attack. He's still gonna have a decent economy behind this if he doesn't end up blowing out. He's Vipers as well, but going straight for the Stargate is only a single cannon and Stalker, a couple of Stalkers it looks like. I don't know if he actually wants to dive on the second Stargate though. Okay, yeah. Take those 2 structures and get out of there.
Yeah, I mean, if you think about it, there's only one Stargate left. There were only 2 Stargates, so that is going to completely halt the majority of the production there for any of that big air toss army. Now, with more gateways being added on, like you were saying, it's still going to be a bit of a transition there. Mothership will still be able to pop out even without the fleet beacon still being around, but it definitely gets kind of weird. I feel like King Cobra is going to be pinned back for a lot longer than he really wants to at this point.
Yeah. I said that 4th phase was going to be vulnerable, but I didn't realize it would happen so soon. Like, he's not even going to be able to get a 4th phase.
Yeah.
It's currently 5 carriers against 20 corruptors. You know, if they have the mothership with them, if they have the shield batteries with them, that's not so bad. But, yeah, reaching out towards another base, that's going to be the real difficult part. I don't know about making more roaches. Like, Bly's has made some more, trying to, I guess, continue having a ground presence. But this is, you know, eventually, if King Cobra plays this right, it'll eventually just be all about the air. The roaches can start cleaning up stack defense, and that is helpful. Maybe they can snipe a High Templar, help with the Archons. Yeah, maybe.
His thought process might be that he's killed off the fleet beacon and one of the Stargates, so the air army is just not going to be as large. And he saw all the gateways finishing up, so maybe he just feels like he needs to have something more on the ground to be able to follow up here. But yeah, this is definitely going to turn into eventually like a big air sky toss army with 2 more carriers being added on. The Corruptors going to go for the Caustic Spray on the Nexus. This should absolutely be responded to. High Templars are moving forward, but the carriers and the Mothership are a little bit late, and that many, oh my god, I actually feel like it would have been really dicey because you would have been eating 1 or 2 storms, and I actually feel like the damage is about to kick in.
There he is, dude. Oh god.
What can I do for you?
Safe travel.
He's coming. Oh, sorry. Shoot him, dude. Imagine dying to a skinning knife. Weak.
Assume you're doing Hardcore Warrior, right? So you said 5 out of 5 in cruelty, and you put 5.
Aloha everyone and welcome to Skincare with Hiram. If you don't know who I am, my name is Hiram and I'm passionate about teaching you how to perfect your skincare routine. So make sure you subscribe to my channel and to the notification bell so that you can see my videos every single week. I know you guys are watching thinking he's not wearing a collared shirt. What's going on? If you're wondering why I seem extra energized, it's because I am, bitch. I have news. Calm the nerves, calm the nerves. I have an announcement, something that I have been working on for a few months, and I'm so excited to reveal to you guys finally. I have come out with merch. Yes, Skincare by Hiram merch. You guys have been asking for months and months and months, and we're finally here. But this merch is not like your typical merch, and I'm really excited about it because this is honestly a way in which I'm so excited to make a positive difference in the world. As I get into this video, I want to say that all the merch is available right now at FanJoy. There's shirts, there's hoodies, there's phone cases, so many different styles that each make a positive difference in the world. So if you are interested in getting any of them, they are available right now. Shop to your heart's content. Just go to the link below or fanjoy.co/Hiram. And don't forget to tag me so I can see your orders and reshare them. Okay, where do I even... Begin.
Let's start the very beginning.
So, you guys have been requesting merch in my comment sections non-stop forever. And honestly, I would always laugh when I'd see those comments. I didn't feel like there was anything particularly unique that I could offer through merch. But, you know, I kept...
This is kind of exciting because Nightmare, people might not remember, but he was the first player to use Blink DTs professionally. That was the season he made it in, and Blink DTs were still somewhat new. No one had used them yet. And he made it, and he showed some great plays with Blink DTs that day. Ended up getting defeated PvP by Hero, but it was like kind of fun. He was like, it's rare that we get new players, and he was an exciting one. And then like I followed him on Twitch right away, and he streamed Heroes of the Storm just about every day, and like didn't really make it into GSL again for years, and here we are. And he's proxying Robo, so what's that going to look like?
Yeah, this is going to be fun to see if this will work out here. We actually don't see the strategy very often in GSL, but it is viable. If it works, it's going to really screw the Terran up early on. We have a second bunker coming down here. So at this point in time, Maru suspects something's coming here.
Yeah. Well, the stolen gas, and he hasn't been able to find what's going on. He knows that there should be something, and he's actually fanned out over a large portion of the map, but hasn't found the proxy Robo. Now, it's just a Prism on the way. There's not actually that many units here, right? He's got like a couple Stalkers. But with a Cyclone on the way, it's... I mean, Warp Gate's not quite done. Oh, okay, he is going to make an Immortal. Maybe he waits to go into the... No, he's sending the Prism right over.
I thought he was going to wait too, actually, but...
Yeah, maybe, but...
Or maybe he's going to pick up the Stalkers and go back? No, he's going to just go for it.
Yeah, I guess you poke right now, and then you come back. Like, you want to start damage immediately.
When you see the... When you see a Warp Prism here, that you know an Immortal is going to be the next thing made.
Yeah.
Right? So you've already exposed what tech you're trying to go for here. Good maneuvering there with the Warp Prism actually getting away from the Cyclone pretty well.
He's got to get out of there, though. You cannot lose this to the Cyclone.
I think he's going to lose it to the Cyclone.
He's definitely going to lose it to the Cyclone. That was like, oh my god, it's got one hit point. It's literally got one health. Tasteless.
The Immortal's here, but you can't really do anything if you don't have the Warp Prism. So this strategy is completely failed. It's a pretty disappointing start here to the strategy. Now, because that Warp Prism was lost, even though this rush is still going on in this game, it's been slowed down a lot. So even though this is doing some damage, I imagine this is going to be pretty manageable here for Maru.
Yeah, you're not going to get that much done. He's got enough defense up, but Nightmare is macroing up, right? Like, I mean, he's taking a third Nexus, he's getting Blink. He has other things that are going on. It's just, is he going to have enough when Maru finally moves out? Oh. Okay. Oh, all right. Well,
I love this new way you cast Artosis.
Well, first, I guess at first it was like kind of stuck there, and I'm like, well, all you have to do here is flick one probe and it dies, right? Because it gets stuck. And then he doesn't do that, and I'm like, all right, I guess he gets away, and then he doesn't even try to get away, and it dies. I'm like, okay, well, there you have it. We're all just thrown in the towel, aren't we? My commentary on top of it. None of us going to put any effort into that. Not Nightmare killing the Reaper, not Maru keeping the Reaper alive, and hell, not me commentating that farce. That farce of a scout. Yeah. Well, he's taking his fourth Nexus. You know, let's look at this probe count. 63, not bad. We'll see exactly how many probes he wants to make. He needs that 1-1 done, basically. I love the fact, by the way, that he has 3 Immortals in here. That adds so much punch to his army, which is just really important. He has the strength here. And as long as that 1-1 finishes before we have a big engage, can you see a 3 Immortal army with 2 Sentries and then a bunch of Charge Lots losing at this point in the game? It seems not, right?
Oh, hold on. We have 2 Zealots actually coming through here. Going to try to shred up some of these workers. Now, I think it's going to do not too much damage. The push is coming here, though, from Terran. Terran's actually in the middle of the map. He is going to catch this Robo here. But let's see how much damage this push can actually do. We do have the army supply beginning to exceed the Protoss, but a lot of PvT is about how the engagement actually goes down. Could Protoss get good force fields? Our medevac's going to be sniped. Here we go. Oh, this is actually a pretty unfortunate angle for the Protoss to try to attack here.
Oh my god, I can't believe... Oh, that mine hasn't hit him.
He's doing it again.
Well, that mine almost shredded him like 3 times, then it didn't hit. Yeah. But now, like that engagement was not really that good for Nightmare, unfortunately.
No, let's stick with this casting style. I like if we got to watch Artosis' brain feel out the game.
Yeah. Normally I'm good at turning the what's nots into words, but not today. Cases, I've been doing this 10 years, man. It's time to put me down.
It's where you get caster disease. They find out way in the future. It's like, yeah, casting is actually really bad for you. You know,
Cases, you only missed 2 more days in Artosis over the 10 years. So by this time next week, you're gonna have caster disease.
Yeah, there's already tumors all over my brain. They just haven't started to kill me yet.
You got my attention.
Oh, man. Okay, well, there's a lot of mines here now. That one engage that we saw, it was, well, hold on, there's actually a warp in here in the main base.
This is enough that it's going to cause a real problem for Terran back at home, but we're seeing the army get chiseled down here pretty heavily with the Protoss. I think this game's going to end in about a minute here. I think Terran just kind of comes in here with a killing blow. Whenever you just see Stalkers and Zealots, you know that the Protoss is in trouble. When the Archons and Immortals are gone, and even though economically Morrow's hurting, this army is already here.
Yeah.
The damage is already being dealt, the probes are being pulled. We have, what, 1 Immortal coming in here with this group? Not even in good range of the tanks.
He can't really clear the army is the problem. And he tried to clear it 4 times.
Yeah.
And it's, the thing is, if you don't clear it those 4 times, then suddenly you have an army that can clear it, right?
Yeah.
And that's where we're at, unfortunately, for Nightmare.
Okay, so I guess there's going to be a little bit more harass over here, but I do not know if there's an answer for this big Terran army. Oh, I stand corrected, actually. I guess if the tanks are that far forward.
Immortals are a good unit, for sure.
Yeah.
Okay, so he ends up holding. He dealt a lot of damage to the SCVs, but Morrow's SCV count is actually still okay, and he gets mules, right?
Yeah.
So it's not that bad, really. 40 workers.
And even these Zealots here are just being hemorrhaged. Not doing much of anything. 38 workers are killed, but, well, maybe I actually overestimated Morrow's advantage here. It's, no,
I think
60 probes. I think he's going to win.
Yeah.
But 60 probes is a very good number. He can reclaim that 4th base with ease.
But look,
I'm a little bit surprised there's not more defending here.
He has Zealots everywhere.
Yeah. This is actually doing quite a bit of damage. Where's the army? There's something pushing up towards 12 o'clock.
Look at the army that he's actually bringing in here as well.
The thing is, half the army's up there, taking out the Nexus, but the majority of the strong units here for Protoss are actually over at the Terran's base.
He's going to have to recall.
How are ya?
I believe you're correct.
Because he can't be losing, he can't go down to 2 base, basically. You see, he just shook his head as his harassment got cleared out, and he had to recall.
See you soon.
So,
watch your back.
By the way,
this game is really cool.
I was mentioning earlier I was more interested to see how well Nightmare would execute his play, not so much what strategies he picks.
Yeah.
He's playing very well.
Yeah,
this is actually a really good close game here. And even though I think Morrow's still probably going to come out on top and win, if Morrow makes 1 or 2 mistakes, Nightmare can still take this game.
Yeah, it's definitely Morrow favored right now. But you know what? If he makes some disruptors...
Safe travels.
Yeah, there you go. Don't want to see Colossus here.
What's on your mind?
Disruptors. He gets a couple good disruptor shots. He can still kill the army. It's very Marauder heavy. He has a lot of Immortals. He's making quite a few shield batteries here. The thing is, he doesn't really have splash yet. He really needs the disruptors. It's so incredibly important.
Okay, here we come. Big attack. The angle actually much better for Protoss here, but it looks like Morrow might just be able to force his way through once these force fields go down. Oh, the disruptor's a really good addition here. Let's see how that connects with the army. That's what we want to watch for sure.
Oh, that was a bad disruptor ball.
Yeah.
Maru saw that coming a mile away and just was already ready for it. Okay, good force fields though. The force fields are actually doing a great job pushing back units so they can't all fire at once, and the Immortals are gunning down everything in front of it. Very, very nice.
Right now,
Keep your feet on the ground.
Squeezed here on 3 bases, but he's kept his tech pretty stable. We have 2 more disruptors coming up here. An overextension or a misplay by Morrow, and I think Nightmare can still bounce back.
Dude, this game is cool.
Yeah, this is actually a great game 1. I thought it was just going to be Nightmare getting owned, but it's not that case at all.
No, it's really not. It's some beautiful, beautiful play. Like, the thing is, he's made mistakes this game as well. But strategically, he's brought something a little bit special, a little bit different, that is sound, and he's playing it pretty well.
Okay, forced to cancel there. By the way, you can see how tight this game has been because Marno had to lift off his main.
Hi, I'm Edina City Manager Scott Neal, and you're watching On the Job, a show where we reveal the city employees that keep Edina going and show you some things that can only be learned on the job.
Emergency.
You know all those acts of heroism that you see in the media of where a police officer or a firefighter saves the day? Well, they all start here in the 911 Dispatch Center in Edina City Hall. And I'm here today with Crystal Ludgate. Crystal is a dispatcher that works here. Crystal,
hi.
Good to see you.
You too.
Tell us a little bit about the life of a dispatcher. What do you do here?
Oh boy, we do a number of different things. We ultimately handle all 911 calls and all non-emergency calls to the center here. We are considered to be the heartbeat of the police department, and that is a very accurate description. It all starts and ends right here.
So there's a lot of, as I just look around here, there's a lot of multitasking involved, right? You've got monitors, and you got people in one ear, and you got a video, or you got an audio in another ear. You must be good at multitasking.
You have to be an excellent multitasker to do this job. We do a number of different things, all at the same time.
I don't know if I'm a good enough multitasker to do what you do, but let's sit down and see what you can teach me, okay?
Absolutely, I'd love to show you.
So, Crystal, how long have you worked for the city of Edina?
Just over 3 years.
3 years. So, how long have you been a dispatcher?
Almost 15 years total.
15 years. Wow. So, what's the shift like? I mean, do you work in the day and the night and the weekends and holidays, all of that kind of stuff, right?
Yep. 911 dispatching is a 365, 24/7 job. The day shifters work 12-hour shifts, the night shifters work 12-hour shifts, we work holidays, we work weekends, we work our birthday, we work your birthday, we work our kids' birthdays, we're always here.
Well, we talked a little bit earlier about all of the multitasking that goes on here, and I'm seeing at least 4 different monitors right here and a couple of different keyboards and 3 different mice. Tell me how this all works. How does it work?
So this is our dispatch console in our center here. We have 4 of them. They are identical. Okay. They all do the same thing. The big monitor that you see in front of you is our CAD, which stands for Computer Aided Dispatch.
Okay.
The one to your right is our telephone.
Okay.
It's not your average telephone because it needs to be able to handle multiple calls for service that come into us, both emergency and non-emergency. To our left, on the bottom, we have our radio. As you see, every one of those boxes is a radio channel.
Okay.
So those are all the different channels that we have to listen to and monitor and potentially talk on or answer a call for service on. And then we also keep track of all of the door alarms in both of the cities that we dispatch for, Edina and Richfield.
And we also, so we dispatch for Richfield Police, Richfield Fire, our own police and fire. Anybody else that we
Edina has medics, so
okay.
We have our own ambulance service that we do all the pre-arrival information and instruction for.
I don't know if I'm capable of learning a little bit of this, but can you teach me how to do it?
Absolutely, I'd love to show you a few things.
Let's do it.
I'm just going to warn you, you are live when you have this on. So if you push this button, you will be talking on the air.
Who will be able to hear me?
Everyone and anyone listening to the Edina main channel.
And is that members of the public too?
Yeah, absolutely. It's all of our officers and firefighters and
right.
our medics and members of the public to have access to it as well.
Okay, what's the address?
Okay, Crystal, I know there's a lot to learn and to know about being a dispatcher, but you've taught me a lot already. So I think I'm ready to do this.
Okay.
So let's do it. Show me what I need to do.
Okay, well, I think because Edina is a very big traffic enforcement city, we could just wait for a traffic stop to come in. I think that would be a great thing for you to do.
And we won't have to wait long, probably.
Probably not.
All right, let's go. So when I have a call coming, Crystal, how do I know what's going to happen?
The officer is going to give you her call sign, and then she's going to say traffic, which means she's getting ready to make a traffic stop. 194 traffic.
194.
You can type in her number.
Southbound York.
At the Service Road to Cub Foods, 009.
And you're going to say southbound York at the Service Road to Cub Foods at 10:45.
Southbound York
at the service road to Health Foods at 10:45.
Morning. You got everything ready for me?
All right. So now we're going to type in our location.
All right. How do we do
In
it?
your location,
All right.
you can type in York.
York.
Y-O.
Oops.
Yep.
You got to be a good typist.
And do a slash, backslash.
Slash.
And you can say 6'9". Because that's about where she is.
9. Got it.
And you can click OK.
Click OK. Enter.
You want to click
Okay.
on OK on the bottom.
Oh, wait. Okay.
There you
All
go.
right.
Just watch your speed. Drive safe.
So now she's actually cleared herself.
Okay,
So we're
that means-
done.
That means cleared means she's done.
She's done.
And 194, I'm code 4.
194.
You're code 4.
At?
10:47.
All right.
Well, thank you very much for
You're
showing me what
welcome.
it's like to be a dispatcher.
What's up, nursing family? Good morning and welcome to my first week as a postpartum nurse vlog. Biscuit is always trying to get in the frame. As soon as he hears the camera go off, he's like, this is my moment to shine. So welcome. If you guys have been following me for a while, you know that I've been a pediatric nurse for a little bit, a little bit over a year and a half. And I recently decided to make the change and change fields, and ta-da, I am now a postpartum nurse. Postpartum, mother, baby, it's all the same thing. Let me just say that I never saw that for myself. I never thought that I would even really be 100% interested in mother, baby. And it kind of just fell into my lap, and the more I thought about it, the more I was like, you know what, this is a great opportunity. It's a lot closer to what my passion is, because I love peds. I love working in the pediatric ER,